What's up, everybody? Welcome to podcast now. I'm Alex. In this video, I want to talk about if we should start looking to March 30th for the next time we're going to get some teaser images for this new Batman game. Now, there's been a lot of doom and gloom in the world. I know I've even personally recorded a lot of videos and had a lot of videos talking about the doom and gloom, and it sucks, and I don't like making those kind of videos. I also wanted to start this video by saying some of the things I normally say at the end of these videos, because I do think it's important, is I do believe we're all going to be okay. I do believe we're all going to be fine. I think we're all going to make it out perfectly okay out of all of this. I do want you guys to all know we're all here for each other. You know, specifically, I mean, this Batman community absolutely rocks. You guys are truly the best, and you guys have literally built this community by yourselves. You know, without even my help, you guys have done an amazing job. And so, you know, we're all in it together. You guys are in it for each other. I'm in it for you. So if you guys need to talk to anybody about anything going on in your life and anybody else's life, we have a Discord, we have a Twitter, we have this YouTube comments. I can't get back to every single person, but if you need to talk to me through these YouTube comments or through Discord or Twitter, feel free. If you guys want to talk to each other in the comments or on Discord and Twitter, feel free. We are a community that I want us all to be there for each other, and if we're not, I definitely want to get us there, and I think this is the first step. So, you know, just something to keep in mind, not only, you know, for today or this video, but in general, or even after all this stuff ends, just in general, we're all in it for each other. Let's talk about some positive stuff. Let's talk about some predictions for the future or some speculation for what we'll get. I'm sure the haters will absolutely love this, but you know what? It's better to be hated for something like this than the other stuff we've talked about. So, March 30th is, if you type in Batman's birthday on Google or anywhere, you know, this is the first time he has appeared in the comics. So last year, I believe, 2019, was his 80th birthday, quote unquote, because I don't actually think it's Bruce Wayne or Batman's birthday, but it's the first time he was in a comic, and that was March 30th, back 80. So this year, it'll be 81 years ago, was the first time he appeared. Now, we know Warner Bros. Montreal likes to line things up. Well, technically, they don't. We talked about this a lot before, right? There are specific times where we would have liked to see things happen, mainly like anniversaries of games, or obviously like events like the Game Awards, stuff like that. We would have liked to see them line it up with that, whereas they haven't, right? They have not done that, but they have done things where, like, International or like Police Day, or whichever one that first one in September was, they've lined both of these teasers up with some sort of like law enforcement or like international kind of day in general. So they are, in a way, specific. Now, you could argue, well, because they're 4 months apart, that is a long time to be apart, and I'm sure you could have found some other holiday, whether it be like a Twitter holiday or like a real thing. You could have found something else in that 4 months, and they would have skipped it, right? And I would probably agree. I feel like they've probably skipped multiple holidays over the past several months, you know, not only between September and January, but between January and now. I'm sure they've missed a couple, but this one is a big one. I mean, this one, honestly, or the September one, wasn't that something Batman related as well? So they have, again, specifically with Batman, they have shown where they like to line these kind of things up, right? I feel like something like his, again, quote-unquote birthday, or like first appearance in a comic series, I feel like that's a big one. At the same time, we also have to, and this is like a positive thing, like with this, you have to think, again, even though we're all in this doom and gloom scenario, these games are still real. These games hopefully are still being made, whether it be at the office or at home. You know, games can be developed at home as well. So this thing is still moving along, and you know, again, while we are in a doom and gloom, you do have to think of the future. Companies specifically have to think. You can't just have a one-day plan or a 1 week plan. I mean, yes, you have to think about how to keep people safe, how to keep things moving in the short term, but also you have to think about your long-term prospects, right? And this game is a long-term thing. You can't just shut everything down and be like, well, we're going to take it week to week. We're canceling this game. We're canceling every game these guys, any of these people, any of our studios are making, and then we'll restart them. We'll just have them work on new games when everything comes back up. I mean, you can't think about that. Like, you can't do that, right? As a company, you need to make money. I mean, at the bottom line, a lot of companies you're seeing are losing money. This is a very bad time economically for a lot of companies. You need to have long-term plans, and you can bet that this Batman game, it's part of the long-term plan. It's not even that long-term because they expected it to come out this fall. They expected to announce it in early June. So what does that mean? It probably means that images are ready to go. I mean, I honestly feel like at this point, they are a button. They are a space bar. They are an enter key. They are one of those away from that redacted site being updated with a new set of images. I want that. And you know what? Nobody needs to be at the office. One person that gets like the clearance to, it's kind of like a nuclear code, right? Somebody that has the clearance will be able to press a button, and then it would happen, right? In fact, you don't even have to if the game has been delayed, which I feel like it probably could be affected because of all the stuff going on. Even if the game's pushed, even if they can't announce the full thing in June, even if they have to push the release date from, say they want to do it October, now it's got to be early December or like late January, because again, like late December, early January, those are times where you just don't have games released. If the game needs to be delayed a month, 2 months, whatever. But let me tell you, these images have to be ready to go. So at the very least, and in terms of like an announcement or something like that, that's all I'm expecting for now. Give us the next set of images, confirm to us what on this channel, Tyler's already put together that graphic you guys have probably seen so many times of what these images probably will end up being. Lots of other channels have already speculated as to what these images are. So, like, we already kind of know what to expect from these images. Just give it to us. Just let us reconfirm to ourselves, like, okay, this still matches up. Everything seems to be going in line perfectly. And then that's it. I mean, and that's wave two. I guess that would be wave 3, right? Because we've already gone waves 1 and 2. That would be wave 3. Wait another month, wait another 2 months in April or May. Give us the final set of images and then announce this thing in June or whatever. And the thing, again, what we talked about with E3 and stuff, I would personally, I think a lot of people would personally want this announced before June, right? Do it late May, because now you're not constrained to a 4-day period in June when E3 would have been, or a 5-day period when E3 would have been. You can do it during that week. You can do it the week before. You can do it the last week in May, like Memorial Day week. You can do it at the end of June. You can do it in July. And honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter because there is no constraints. And obviously, because of what's going on in this world, we've never really seen something like this happen. In a lot of our lifetimes, nothing like this has happened. So obviously, a lot of things, a lot of normal, like like a day, like this is how we normally do things. A lot of those things are just thrown out the window because this is just a very different kind of year, right? This is the year of just doing things differently. So basically, what I'm saying is, yes, if the game's delayed, fine. If the game's announcement is delayed, fine. But these images, I mean, come on. They have the images. They're already done. The game is probably very close to being done. The game, again, would have released if nothing happened. We at this point, we're like 7 weeks away from getting like footage of this video game. So obviously the game is pretty darn close. The images are done. The only question is, when are they going to show it? I'll tell you. And I've been wrong so many times, and I'm sure there's plenty of people that would call me out. Here's my prediction. If none of this stuff was happening over the last couple weeks, the stuff going around the world, I would have bet some sort of money or some sort of currency that the next set of images would be released on March 30th. I truly do believe that. I actually 100%. Now, again, I've said that before, and I've been wrong. So you got to take even me talking with a grain of salt. I'm no insider. I'm no leaker. It's just Alex here, your friendly Alex, just speculating, right? I do think it would have been March 30th. Now, with all the stuff that has happened, do I think it still could be March 30th? 100%. I truly do. I don't really see the reason why not, because, again, even if you shut down the studio, the world literally cannot stop. It cannot afford to stop. And you look at that in a wide spectrum of the world, yes, but now just look at it in like small cases, like case to case. And like Warner Bros. Montreal, they can't just stop. You think they can afford? You think Warner Bros. Can just afford to allow their studios to just have a month where nobody does a single thing? I mean, are they going to pay people during that time? They're going to lose lots and lots of money and lots of time. And again, is that the most important thing to think about in times like this? Well, I mean, we can make videos discussing all different, facets of what's going on. But at the end of the day, they're going to try and have as many people as they can work on this game whenever they possibly can. And at the end of the day, at the point that we're at, it's not like we're expecting it's not like we were expecting the trailer to drop tomorrow or next week. It's not like anybody was expecting the trailer to drop March 30th, okay? Because again, the trailer does take time. The trailer does not necessarily have to be done. In fact, again, my running theory is the trailer is not done. Normally, trailers for games, for any kind of trailer, is only normally made 1, 2, 3 weeks before that releases. So if they were going to do a trailer, let's say, for E3, that wouldn't be made until May at the earliest, okay? It wouldn't be done now, and they're just holding it and sitting on it until June. That's just flat out not how it works. But an image, these images, they're already done. Okay, because they're probably all over the game. They're probably all over the mark. You don't think these images are going to be a heavy part of the marketing of the game? The images are done. They're just waiting for the time. And yes, obviously what's going on has affected that timeline, but still, March 30th, I truly do feel like without any of this stuff happening, it would have been the day. Even with this stuff happening, I guess the best way of saying it is I don't see why it still can't be the day. And I think that's the best way I can put it to you guys. So guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Are you still excited for this game? You know, do you still have your eyes on it, obviously with everything going on? Let me know. Do you think March 30th is going to be that day that we get the next set of images? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel Podcast Now. Hit that bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up. And again, like I said in the beginning of this video, I think we're all going to make it out of this perfectly okay. We're all going to be fine. But at the same time, we are all in this together. We're all in this fight together. I'm here for you guys. Hopefully, you guys are here for each other. You can talk to anybody, including myself, that you want in the YouTube comments for and any video. It doesn't have to just be Batman. Twitter, Discord, any of that kind of stuff. You know, you can hit us up or hit each other up on any of those things, okay? Thank you all so much for watching. We're going to have more Batman videos. We're going to have normal, scheduled programming every single day on this channel. Obviously, talking a little bit less about movies because that's just non-existent now, but games, definitely. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.